What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Stenson, Neocharge on PSN, and joining me for this special bonus episode is Bob Harriman, Leon Lionheartley on PSN. What's up, dude?
I am so excited.
Dude, what an event. Crazy. We are not really fresh on the heels, but we were going to save this news for the next episode, but this show was incredible and we have to touch on it because, man, what a show. So this episode will be kind of short form and it's a bonus episode, so it won't be the same structure as your typical episode. So yeah, let's get right into it, dude. State of Play happened on Thursday, February 12th, right?
Yes.
February 12th. 3 p.m. our time. We had a little watch party. Shout out to Burrito Supreme. He wanted to be on here, but he couldn't make it, unfortunately. And yeah, we had a watch party. Dude, so with State of Plays, usually your expectations are cautiously optimistic, right?
Yep.
Not a lot of State of Plays have been great. And usually they save all the big stuff for a showcase. But they announced that this show, and we touched on this on the last episode, that, you know, there's going to be a State of Play and it's 60 plus minutes. So we were like, that's longer than your typical State of Play. This might be a good one. So we both had a feeling, and boy, oh boy, was it a fucking good one. Holy shit.
Absolutely. This was arguably the best, like outside of a showcase, this was the best thing PlayStation's done in a long time, man. Top tier State of Play. This is how you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to figure out if it's my favorite State of Play, because I need to go back to the other State of Plays and see what was announced, because there's been some bangers. But the last 5 years of State of Plays, we've had maybe 2 good ones. This is 100% in the top 3. It could very well be the best State of Play we've ever gotten. So, and we're here to report on all of it. So let's get into it and show you why it was the best State of Play. We'll just go through each item that was announced and go from there. So, yeah, dude, I think this was the best show opener I've ever seen. Honestly, yeah, I'm a huge fan of the IP, and they open. So first of all, I've been watching a lot of Reacts videos because I just like watching the Reacts videos and see people, hopefully one day we can make our own, but we tried it. There's a lot into it, and there's a lot of technical stuff that goes into it. So maybe in the future, but I mean, we did react to it, and I mean, I was rolling on the floor at one point, and I was jumping up and down, and we were dancing and shit. It was great. If only we would have recorded it. But this first announcement, I didn't see anyone call it as quick as I did. Because the moment I saw that staff, 1 second in, I was like, holy shit, it's Kena. And by God, we're getting a Kena sequel. Kena, Scars of Cosmora, with a release date of 2026, was announced and opened the show. You've played Kena. I've played Kena. I platinum Kena. I loved Kena. It was my indie game of the year. I believe it came out in 2020. It was one of the launch PS5 launch window titles, made by Ember Lab. So they showed the staff and then they showed Ember Lab, and I knew it pretty early. But when they showed Ember Lab, I was like, holy shit! I lost my shit, right? Because Ember Lab was picked up by PlayStation. They're publishing this. With PlayStation Studios. But do you know what Ember Lab is most famous for and why they caught PlayStation's eye?
Well, only ones I know for the Kena series. So I'm going to be honest, man. That's a good question.
Right. So the thing that drew me to Kena initially, they created a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask short. So they are a huge fan of Legend of Zelda. And you can see the inspiration in Kena Bridge of Spirits all over. So it's kind of a Zelda clone. The combat, I'm not going to lie, it's a little janky, especially when you're going for the Spirit Master difficulty, which is required for the Platinum. That was frustratingly hard. And sometimes it was frustrating because of the game design, unfortunately. But I think Scars of Cosmora is going to be Ember Labs Uncharted 2. And I think they're going to learn from a lot of their mistakes. They're a great developer. You can see it in Kana. And I think this one's going to be incredible.
I would agree with you, man.
Yeah.
The first Kana, I got to finish it, but I kind of got off-boarded because, like you indicated, the combat needs a little bit of tightening. Just it feels unfair sometimes where when you're trying to, because you got to do parries, you got to do blocks, and it's not as reactive and as quick as it needs to be for the type of combat that you're going for. But outside of that, I have no complaints with the first Kana. The story is there, and it's entertaining if you really want to get into it. The art design and the music are gorgeous and just chef's kiss. I really like the level design and the exploration that's in there. There's a lot of good charm in that game. So it was a little bit of a, it kind of hurt a little bit to have to put it down because the combat is a little rough, but I think they're going to learn from their lessons here. And if they do and can tighten out that one little minor complaint, this is a big hit for 2026, which is why I think this might be the best state of play to back this up a little bit. Because not only are we going to talk about all the games we got, released or announced, but a vast majority of them are, oh, hey, it's coming within the next X amount of weeks, or it's coming this year. Not here's 2028 and beyond. Here's 2029, like we had with the Game Awards last year, or even the year before, where we got really excited for games that, just quite frankly, I'm going to forget about by the time they're announced again.
Yeah, exactly. And they released a lot of games in the 2026 launch window. And some of the games even sooner, which we'll get into. So Kana was a great game. I think it had an incredible story, and just bump down the difficulty and go through it. I know it's tough to bump down the difficulty in a game, right? But it gets better as you play, and the ending is so good. So, and it looks like a Pixar movie, and if you play it on the Pro. I believe it's Fidelity or 60. No, I forget which one it is, but if you play it in resolution, it runs at 60 frames. So it looks really good. Kana, if you guys haven't played it, it's amazing. Third-person action adventure, Zelda-like, and it's really good. So we're getting a sequel, and they opened with this. This was one of my 5 huge surprises and takeaways of the show. And usually we comment on these events and we're like, yeah, it's not for me. Dude, most of this shit was for me. And I think for you as well. Yep. So there were very few things that were like, I'm not really interested. So yeah, what a show opener. Holy shit.
That's amazing. How you start a show, folks.
Exactly. So if you haven't played Kana Bridge of Spirits, give it a shot. And the sequel comes out sometime this year. I'd say probably late summer, early fall, we'll get it. So hopefully it doesn't conflict with Beast of Reincarnation. The next announcement, pretty relevant to me. You'll be excited once you finish the game. Is Ghosts of Yotei Legends got a release date trailer, and the release date is March 10th. So I like the direction they're going. They did the same thing for Tsushima. They kind of Ghost of Yotei went a little bit into the fantasy realm, just a little bit with the story. I don't want to spoil anything, but not as much as this. And the Yotei 6, I mean, this is in the marketing, but the Yotei 6 are very prevalent in the game, and they are just real people that embody like the Oni and the Kitsune and a dragon and spider. Well, in Legends, they're just going all out, and you actually, like, the Oni is an Oni and the spider is a spider. So that's really cool. They're going into like the fantasy elements. They said it's going to be 3-player co-op, four player co-op, 4 player online co-op, and they are releasing a raid type dungeon for 4 players that have the dragon and the spider. I can't tell you why that's so exciting because I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't played it, especially for you. But that's really exciting. So, yeah, are you going to play this?
I'm kind of split decision. Mostly because I love Ghost Tsushima. Yote is on my list for this year, or whenever I can fucking get around to it at this point. I'm kind of curious. Like, this is I have mixed feelings, and the reason I say that is you're taking a game that is a single player focused, story driven style game, and you're putting on a multiplayer aspect. That kind of juxtaposition is very hard to digest from a concept, but at the same time it's free and it's added onto the base game for anybody that owns it, so you're really not at a loss here in regards of, oh, you're going to lose audience members from it. So I think it's a really good way to do it. Whether I play it or not, maybe. I guess it's really going to come down to when I finally get around to beating Yote, will there still be an audience out there for playing the Legends mode? I assume so, but you never know.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of the tacked on multiplayer, but if you're going to do it, this is how you do it. You separate the trophy list, you release it as free DLC after the core game has been out, and I think this is the best way to do it. I'm not a big fan of the tacked on multiplayer. I did play Legends for Tsushima. I will check this out on launch. Probably not. Maybe I'll wait for you and we'll play it. So I think it's going to be great. It wasn't one of my big takeaways of the show, but exciting nonetheless. We knew it was coming, and I hope it does well. I'm not really the target audience for this, but I'm excited it exists, and I like the execution.
Yeah, so. I agree with you there. That's very well put. Yes. We'll see if it comes along, and then hey, you know what? Get this out the door, and then Sucker Punch. Go back. Give us something different. We'll see in a few years, maybe the PlayStation 6 era.
I wouldn't be mad with another Ghost of game, make it a trilogy, but I also want them to move on to something new. Give us a new IP, not a licensed IP, like a new IP. So we'll see what they do. I liked Yote. It had some pacing issues. It had some design issues, but overall, it's a fantastic game, and I enjoyed my time with it. So, yeah, Ghosts of Yote Legends releasing March 10th. So let's talk about this release date real quick. Terrible fucking release date. Guess what else launches around that time? Marathon.
Yes, a lot.
First party PlayStation game. Why are you doing this? You're cannibalizing your audience. These Venn diagrams, they line up, okay? They overlap. So come on. Get out of Marathon's way. Maybe 2 weeks after or 2 weeks before, or maybe not even in the month. Like, this is very important for Bungie, and this has to hit. And we saw some Marathon in this event, which we're going to talk about. But terrible release date. I don't know what they're doing.
I absolutely agree with you there. Holy crap, dude. There's a lot, and we'll talk about more. There's a lot that's coming out in March and the early spring, if you will, late winter, and you're stepping on each other's toes, and there is overlap with Yote and the Marathon crew, and that's kind of a drag, man. But it is what it is.
Yeah. So we'll see how it does, and I hope it succeeds. So next up, we saw our boy Sam Porter Bridges, and it was just exciting to see this. They had a really good track from the game playing, which is relevant for reasons I can't go into. But we got a release date for Death Stranding 2 on the beach, coming to PC. UPC players can play Death Stranding 2 March 19th. So this is less than a year from the initial release on PlayStation 5. And yeah, I'm happy that more people are going to get to play it. This was a fantastic game, top 3 of the year, easily, in my opinion. Loved every bit of it. It's going to rip your heart out throw it in the trash, then grab it, put it back in, and rip it out again. So I'm just happy more people will get to play this, and I'm glad they announced this. So
Yeah, I agree. And just coming out as early as it did, because the first Death Stranding, it took a while to come to PC.
Mhm.
And then here now, March 19th, the sequel is going to launch onto PC. Keep that relevant because Sony, you made your money already. This is a single player game. You're going to make it within the first 6 months. All of that is going to be recouped. So get it out there. Why not spread the field? Let the PC community start to see what's capable of a PlayStation. Try to entice. I mean, you're probably not going to get many people to come over, but there is some that might convert. How you doing there, Alex?
Yep. Yeah. Our last episode was all about him kind of converting and upgrading to a PS5 and his thoughts. So if you want to hear that, check out episode 40 that released like 4 days ago. So yeah, the this port includes quality of life improvements such as unlocked frame rates, ultra wide support, DualSense controller support, which is really cool, upscaling, and frame generation. So it's probably going to be the best technological place to play it, but we didn't have any issues on our PS5 Pros, and it ran and looked amazing. So, yeah, if you haven't played this game, incredible game. Go check it out. Now you can check it out on PC. So, yeah, the next announcement was cool, not for me. And Death Stranding 2 on PC isn't for us either, because we've played it and you've platinumed it, and I'm planning on platinuming it. But yeah, it's exciting for those PC players. This next one, Bad Robot Games, PlayStation is partnering up with Bad Robot Games. Who who is in charge of Bad Robot? They helped like publish. I know they did. What's his name?
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So J.J. Abrams is behind Bad Robot, and they're doing a game called For Loop. So their release date is TBA. This is going to be for PlayStation 5 and PC. It looks like a asymmetric co-op online third-person shooter, if I'm not mistaken.
You pretty close with some roguelite elements in there.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a third person cooperative PvE roguelite game.
Yeah. Definitely not for me, but exciting nonetheless. PlayStation is behind it. And game developer Mike Booth is behind this, and it's a cooperative shooter. Are you going to play this? Are you interested in it?
I'm actually kind of interested in this. This looks pretty cool. I know the live service space is very crowded right now, but this has a unique art style to it.
Looks cool.
It looks cool. There's something there about this constantly going back, and then the sci-fi aesthetic kind of gives me almost this, Returnal, Housemarque style vibe.
Yeah.
And
if only we were going to get our Returnal fixed this year.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll see more as it comes along. I believe I have to go double check, but I believe they said they're going to be doing beta testing within the PlayStation Insider program. So if I can get in, that would be awesome, and I'll definitely report back because I'm not necessarily big on online games, but for me, it's online. Online games like Call of Duty and Battlefield are a no because I don't like the competitive, sweaty nature of these games, particularly when you mix in PC people who just, quite frankly, they cheat the system on a lot of them and find a way to get around it. So they ruin and poison the well, if you will. But these online ones that are cooperative, like Helldivers, for example, those are a lot of fun. They have charm to them because you're working with teams and you just end up with those little moments of awesomeness. So I think I'll definitely check this out and I'll report back when it finally comes around.
Yeah, definitely. And you can stream it if you're allowed during the beta program. But yes, have a beta program for your game. Test the servers. Get player feedback before you release it publicly. Okay? We learn.
What did we learn?
What did we learn? I have my eye on this game. It is third person, so that does entice me. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The next two games, though, I'm completely sold on, and I didn't really need to see anymore. I almost like looked away. I mean, Capcom's hitting it out of the park. Two games within like a 3-month period that look incredible. One from a very well-known IP that we're big fans of, and another new IP that's very, very exciting. And the first announcement from Capcom was Pragmata. The demo has been available. I played the demo. I'm going to talk about my experience with the demo. It's called Pragmata Sketchbook on the next episode, the episode 41, when we release that this Thursday. So yeah, they just showed more of Pragmata, and it's coming out April 24th. I have it pre-ordered. It's on my list. I think I might be playing Saros first, just because you're playing Pragmata and we have some diversity there. But I don't know.
Go ahead and do Pragmata, because I'll probably honestly first off, I want to say this is how you do it. Hey, just a friendly reminder, the game's still coming. We have our demo. Let's move on to the next thing. We don't need to beat that drum. But Pragmata launches on April 24th, and I'm going to be out of town then. And I'm kind of
okay.
So I'm like, maybe I'll skip Pragmata, which is a heartbreaker because the demo is amazing. But maybe I'll just do Saros, skip Pragmata for now. But yeah, definitely, I'm sold anyways. I will play it this year. It's just a matter of when I can sneak it in.
Yep. I think they come out like either 2 days apart or 3 days apart. I don't know. When they release, I'll make my decision then. It's whatever I feel, honestly. So don't need to plan anything. They showed some new footage of them in New York City. It seems like the music sounds like it's going to be a banger, and I'm very excited for this game. So I don't really need to see any more, but I'm glad they're reminding people of this incredible title coming out, and this was a good addition to the show. So, and then the next announcement was kind of the same thinking. Resident Evil 9 Requiem. This comes out in literally like a week or 2 weeks. And they showed some more stuff. They showed a little bit at the end that I really didn't want to see. That I don't think I'll say it because, I mean, it is a bit of a spoiler for the game. Capcom, stop showing me shit about this game. I don't want to see it. I want to experience it. But yeah, it was just a trailer, and it showed some gameplay and then showed the title sequence. And then after, showed a character. We'll just say that. And then it showed Leon visiting a place. So that I really didn't want to see, but I'm very excited. And I have some theories about what they showed that I think might happen. But yeah, we couldn't be more excited for Resident Evil. Glad it was in the show. I wish they spent a little less time on it, but they are just reminding people like, hey, we got this new game coming out. It's Leon. He's back. And that's releasing February 27th. So just a little reminder, a little poke. I'm surprised that there wasn't a demo attached to this, but you know what? I'm glad. It's all good. It's like 2 weeks out. I'll just play the game when it comes out. You're super excited for this one too, I know.
Yeah, it's pre-ordered, so I'm just waiting now for it to release in whatever, like 10 days. Not even a little over, because it's February 27th. We're recording on the 15th, but excuse me. But the point is, I'm ready. I don't need to see anymore. I haven't needed to see any more for 6 months now.
Right. Yeah. I wish they didn't even announce Leon was in it. That would have been a fucking incredible surprise, but it's all good. They have to do their marketing. They have to, for the amiibo. That amiibo looks terrible, but it looks so bad. But yeah, this is both a day one, put everything down, playing immediately for us, and we're going to play it in parallel. We're both huge fans of the IP, and Leon's one of my top 3 favorite characters of all time in video games. So he's my boy. Can't wait. God, I hope he survives. I don't think I can take that this year. Please, Capcom, don't do that to me.
No. Kojima and a few others did that enough to me last year. I don't need to be hitting the balls again, please.
Yeah, exactly. So good to see Resident Evil 9 prominent in this state of play. I don't need to see anymore. Happy it was there. The next release or the next announcement was a big surprise too. Not one of my takeaways. I'm a fan of the IP. I never really finished the games, and they're very tough and very convoluted for their time. But Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered announced. So this is a prequel to the one that just came out, right?
No, this is the final chapter.
Okay.
So this is the end of the series.
Yeah.
For those that might not be aware, so Legacy of Kain or Soul Reaver is actually one kind of split of Legacy of Kain. They both in the same universe, and they're both kind of tied together. But this is kind of like the ending of that series. And this came out in what, like 2003 or four or something. So PlayStation 2 era. And it's a good game if you remember the era that it came from. These are very much that 3D action platformer style games. So you are right; they do not hold hands. You're going to get slapped in the face if you just go in thinking this is a modern game. I doubt there's going to be much in terms of that quality of life feature. So I'm happy for this. I'm excited to see it coming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sneak it in because March 3rd. Come on, man!
Another March. So this is coming out March 3rd for current and last gen consoles, Switch and PC. So all across the board in Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered, final chapter of the Soul Reaver saga.
I will say, did you see then, as kind of a side to this announcement?
Yeah, that pixel art game.
Yeah, they're not in part of the state of play, but
I know. I don't know why it wasn't there.
I don't know why, but right after, Crystal Dynamics is coming out with another Legacy of Kain game, a 2D action platformer, and it's pixel art. And needless to say, that's on my I will be purchasing list for sure. At least show the support. I don't know if I'll play it right away, but it'll be on my purchase.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Shout out to BitBot Media and Freak Zone Games. They're making it, so that looks awesome. I'm always thrilled when pixel art is in the main stage. So I love that. And I might get it too, depending on did it get a release date?
Yeah, March 31st.
Jesus Christ. March is no. So it's on my list. I'll get to it when I get to it. The next game is a strategy RPG, Brigandine Abyss, was announced. And this is the next installment of Happiness strategy RPG series. Brigandine Abyss, are you familiar with it? I've never played any of them. It looked cool. It's just not my style, though. So
I've never actually heard of this, which is surprising because this isn't my kind of game. Very much a grindy, turn-based strategy RPG with all kinds of resource gathering and party build-up. This is if I'm reading the room correctly here, this is a easy 80-hour style game that you can put your money into. I think it looks cool. I just don't know. Depends on when it comes. It just says 2026, but depending on when it drops, maybe I can sneak it in if it hits the right price point in window. Because we know the end of the year is going to be a complete zone for you and I with GTA.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're into strategy games, this looks awesome. Character design is really cool. It's coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and PC. So, Brigandine Abyss is coming out. So, I'm not familiar with the IP, but exciting nonetheless. And then it wasn't Gotcha Anime Slop, which I'm happy about because that was very non-existent in the state of play, and I appreciate it. So, it looks cool. The next announcement, Dead or Alive 6, Last Round, coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and PC, Xbox Series X and S, Sex, X, and Jesus Christ, get your naming scheme down. Release date June 25th. Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja are releasing Dead or Alive 6 on the PlayStation 5 and other platforms. Platformance. Yeah. The updated version titled Dead or Alive 6 features the game's various DLC characters and an improved photo mode. So, Koei Tecmo announced new characters and costumes that are arriving in future updates. So that was cool for Dead or Alive 6 fans. But then the next little announcement, they finally announced the next Dead or Alive game, which I assume is Dead or Alive 7. They didn't give a title. But they said it's in development for PlayStation 5. And they only said PlayStation 5. So 6 is out multi-platform, but this one they just said PlayStation 5. So maybe a console exclusive. I don't know. If you're a fan of Dead or Alive, you're getting a new one, and you're getting all this new content for Dead or Alive 6. So not a
Yeah.
big fan of fighting games, but I know Dead or Alive is a huge IP, and I'm excited for those who are excited for it. So, how about you?
Uh, I'm with you. Dead or Alive was never a fighting game that I got a series that I touched base with, but I'm happy to see that it's not falling off a cliff. They're remembering it's still there. You got a 30th anniversary right around the corner. And make it happen. And it looks like based in that trailer for the new one, they understand the assignment.
Yes,
it was very gorgeous. Is the way I'm going to put that.
Very nice assets in that trailer. Let's just
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
yeah. The next announcement, though, I kind of did want to see more of this game, and I'm super excited for it. It's made by one of my favorite developers, and that is Control Resonant. Remedy showed off some of the gameplay for Control Resonant, that you're going to be Dylan, and it's third person, open world, a heavy emphasis on that melee combat with this really cool weapon that just like transforms immediately. I know, like, one of the takeaways was he had this big hammer and he swung it and he like smashed an enemy, and the hammerhead just stayed there and he went on, because like this weapon is very unique. New gameplay reveal trailer, and it showcased Dylan Faden's traversal powers as the protagonist runs across the sides of buildings in an alternate version of Manhattan. It was really cool to see, kind of like a Gravity Rush thing, where like he just jumps and goes onto the side of the building, and then the camera like pans around, and it's very gravity based, and you can. It almost reminds me of like Doctor Strange, where when he did the buildings and they like folded on themselves.
Oh yeah.
And it's very reminiscent of Gravity Rush for the PS Vita. So, yeah, I'm super excited for this game. I love everything Remedy does, and what they're showing is very prototype encoded, very Infamous encoded. So it's kind of a mashup between one of my favorite devs and one of my favorite genres. So I couldn't be more excited for this. Dylan was such a cool character that was underutilized in Control. I don't want to get too much into it, but he's in Control and is more of almost a NPC that's relevant to the story. And now that he's playable, he's going to put him in the spotlight. He was so mysterious in Control, right? Like, who the fuck is this? It's Jesse Faden's brother. Jesse Faden is the protagonist of Control. So, yeah, I can't wait. I'm glad they're delving into his story and what he's going to be all about. So, yeah, I couldn't be more excited for this game. It's in my probably top 5 most anticipated. There were more games in this show that creeped up to like my top fucking 3. So that we're going to talk about. Kana being one of them, honestly. Kana probably in my top 3. Like, I fucking loved Kana for what it was, and I'm so glad. I didn't think we'd ever get a sequel, but here it is. So, yeah, Control Resonant. I know you're super excited for this game. Did you like what you saw?
Yeah, I did. I really liked what I liked what I saw. I saw that you can tell Remedy is not like the top tier of developers, because like if you with Control and Alan Wake 2, like Alan Wake 2 is a beautiful game, but let's be honest, on the Pro, there's some visual things that are kind of weird. And I saw a little bit of those cracks in this in this trailer, and then we're talking visual from the gameplay perspective. And Control, it looks amazing. Control, pun intended there. It looks top tier, so I'm okay with this. I'm excited. I want to see. I don't need to see more. The only disappointing thing about this trailer really was the fact that we didn't get a fucking release date. We're still on 2026 window time, and 2026 is already starting to bulk up. So you either need a shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. This is Remedy's first foray into this type of genre. And they do kind of keep changing up the genres with each release, which I respect. So hopefully they nail it. And what we saw, it brings a very unique take to open world traversal and open world gameplay. So yeah, still no release date. We have a release year of 2026, and this game comes out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. So that's basically what it XS Xbox Series XS. Yeah. So yeah, it says the folding cityscape is reminiscent of strange but gripping scenes from movies like Inception or Doctor Strange. I didn't even read that. I already like felt that seeing it. So yeah, super excited for this game. The next one, dude, as soon as it showed the castle and the fucking stained glass and the like nightmarish landscape, I was like, holy shit, it's Castlevania. But no. But this game looks really fucking cool. I'm a little hesitant because of the developer and what they've done in the past, but it's a co-op action adventure or action RPG, kind of reminiscent of, I'd say, Remnant. And I think we could get down on this. I thought it was Darksiders because it
Yep.
has a Darksiders feel. This game's called Crimson Moon, and it's basically a action RPG that shows two characters fighting skeletal armies in descendant cathedrals and all manner of dark fantasy. Like that's fucking Castlevania if you think about it. But yeah, it looks cool. New co-op RPG set to release later this year. I forget who is making it, but the same.
I was going to say this is the fun part about this game because I'm with you. I think this
Yes.
game looks cool. I saw the action RPG cooperative kind of made me think almost Neo when I saw some of it too as well. But this is made by Probably Monsters.
Yes.
And you know that you remember where that name comes from, right, Matt?
No.
Probably Monsters was the original owner of Firewalk.
Yeah. Okay.
So Probable Monsters is a conglomerate of like all these different studios, and they've been putting all this money in and
Right.
making lots of promises. And then the one game that did get released under their umbrella, the studio got sold to Sony, and then they didn't see anything from it. So this is their first game they into the foray officially. So I'm a little hesitant just from that.
Yeah, I definitely have my eye on it. It hits all the boxes when it comes to games I like, especially the co-op aspect of it. So I have my eye on it. The release is fall 2026, so we get a window, and it's out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. So looks cool. It's for next gen consoles. The frame rate was a little interesting, but you can never tell with these events. But other games we saw, the frame rate was flawless. So yeah, I have my eye on it. It depends on when it releases and if they can stick the landing. So I'm excited for it. It is for me definitely one I have my eye on. This next one I'm 100% sold. It's got a special place in my heart already for some reason. It looks incredible. We finally got a release date for Beast of Reincarnation, a game by Game Freak, the Pokemon developer, which is interesting. We'll see what they could do unchained from Nintendo and not have a fucking $10 million budget. So, Game Freak's upcoming action game showed a trailer showcasing the combat, traversal, and massive bosses. So, the gameplay looks really cool, and the mix of action combat with the main female protagonist, and then when you can do turn-based combat with her dog wolf familiar. I think that's or companion or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. So we got a release date for this, and this is huge for many reasons. I'm super excited for this game. I kind of have the same feelings I did as Claire on this game. I think this is special. I think it's a new AAA IP from a developer that we really haven't seen what they're capable of, and everything I've seen reminds me of Kena, Horizon, Nier, a mashup of all the beautiful things and beautiful games I love. We got a release date of August 4th. It's coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. A pattern, if you will, we're seeing. So a lot of multi-platform stuff. Are you sold on this game? You need to see more. What are your thoughts?
I need a demo. Is really what I need. I think what you're showing me says yes, yes, please, please. But I need to see how it handles. There's a lot of like you said, there's a lot of mashups going on, and it's the same problem I had with Progmata up until I finally really started getting more into this. Is you're doing something different, but sell me how that different feels, because a gameplay is ultimately king, as we know. And I don't have doubts, but I have hesitation of just give me a demo, give me a quick hour, we'll romp around, let me play, let me see what this is like, how it feels, what were these mechanics, how do they come together, and then I'll definitely be sold. But I'm okay and I'm for this game, but in order for you in 2026, with the way the games are stacked, in order for you to get me to buy it, I need to be able to get my hands on it.
Yeah. So typically with these type of games, I'm a little cautiously optimistic, but this one, man, I'm all in. I have a feeling, Bob. I have a feeling deep within my loins, like a flaming golden hawk.
You said that same thing about Concord.
No, I said that same thing about Claire, Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh, different C, yeah.
Right. No, I wasn't sold. The moment I saw Concord, I was like, "This looks awesome! It's Guardians of the Galaxy." And then when they showed the arena-based gameplay, I rolled my eyes and was like, "Fucking shit!" So yeah, I was excited for Lost Soul Side 2. I didn't have this feeling though, but I was excited for it. The last time I had this feeling was for Claire. So I think it's going to be a hit. And if it's not, I was wrong. And that's whatever. I rarely am, but we'll see. The next announcement, really cool. They're bringing Rayman back. Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition releases. It's released. It was almost a shadow drop. So it released the day after the event. And it's out now. The release date is February 13th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and PC. So, it's the treatment of Ubisoft's famous Rayman series, and they're celebrating the 30th anniversary. This edition features an interactive documentary, museum-like elements, includes 5 Rayman games. I'm not going to list them, but they are from SNES and Genesis. A lot of pixel art Rayman games. So, it's out. And I played some Rayman games on the 64. I played Rayman Origins and Legends, which are the most recent games. I actually have the platinum for Legends, which is insane. It's very, very rare platinum. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of Rayman. I heard these games are really fucking hard, really challenging. But interestingly, though, digital already came out February 13th. But if you want the physical version, that comes out June 26th. So I might get the physical version, depending. But I'm a big fan of. I like Rayman. I played some of the games on older platforms, but I mainly played on 64. And I loved it. Rayman's cool. So it's cool they're bringing out a 30th edition. Are you a fan of Rayman? You going to get this? Are you going to play it day one and platinum it?
No, you wish. Rayman is a fun game. I might get it if I can get the kids to sit down and play with me. But like you said, the Rayman is fucking hard. Legends it's an amazing game, but it's a challenging one for sure. So I'm interested. If I can get I think this would be a good pickup and play with the kids kind of game.
Yeah, definitely. Man, there's 5 games in there. I don't even know the price, but
I haven't seen, but I do say there are, to help with the sell for anybody that's curious, there are quality of life features in here with playback features, infinite lives, things like that, or continues or whatever they call it. So definitely worth possibly looking into. Go check out the roots and history, because this is early Ubisoft. This is the platform. This is a good touch point in video game history.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd love to see a new Rayman game. Legends was awesome. Origins was awesome. Ubisoft. I mean, Ubisoft's in a little bit of trouble, so maybe sell the IP to someone else so they can do it. But we'll see. So cool announcement, definitely for me. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. It's a matter of when with that game, right?
Yep.
This next game, though, is going to be a put down everything and play day one because I am a backer of the Kickstarter. And that is Mina the Hollower. This game has been delayed more times than I can count. Delays aren't necessarily a bad thing as long as they utilize the time that of the delay to make it better. Which one of the game announcements that we're going to talk about later, you can see that they utilize the delay to polish the game. But yeah, this game, Mina the Hollower, I played the demo on Switch 2. I think it's a Switch 1 game. I don't know. It's a 16-bit game and a 16-bit style game. And it is a Zelda-vania Souls-like is what it mashes all of those genres and IPs together. So what I played, amazing. It's very hard. It's a hard game. It's a Souls-like, but it has Zelda and Castlevania elements, which I'm all in. Two of my favorite IPs. So yeah, still didn't get a release date. We got a release window though, spring 2026. So honestly, I've backed this. I think I backed this like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I've been waiting a while. What's another 3 months? Take your time, polish it. What did Miyamoto say? A rushed game is forever bad, but a delayed game is eventually good.
Absolutely. Go ahead, take your time. We
Yep.
know we know you're almost done. Touch up what you need to do. This is I got to say, because I played the demo since it finally came to PS5. This reminds me of
Oh, you played it on PS5?
Yeah, the demo.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that.
Did you finish it?
No.
Okay.
Mostly
Yeah.
not because it's bad, but because I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm sold.
Exactly. The pixel art's beautiful. Yacht Club has a banger on their hands, and they're making sure it's polished and the best version they can release. I can see this game high 80s, maybe even low 90s.
Yeah, and in this when people talk when you mention the pixel art and like the 16-bit, this is 16-bit, but not. It is like SNES, but I see this more as like the old Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color era 16-bit. So think like Link's Awakening, very much in that art style. And I'm all for this, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just give me the game eventually. Go, for the sake of my draft, please release it this year. But take your time. That's okay.
I drafted this game twice, one in 2024 and in 2025, and you got it in 2026. So yeah, it's going to be a banger. It's going to release. It'll probably be in March. But this game will probably supersede everything else. I mean, like Saros, I don't know. Depending on when it releases, this is a matte ass game, and I'm glad you checked out the demo, and I'm glad you loved it as much as I did. So I played the demo 3 times because you have a choice of weapon.
Yes.
So you could go through with each weapon, and I wanted to try out each one. And I was on a flight for like 2.5 hours, and I had my Switch, so that's why. But yeah, amazing game. Can't wait for it to come out. Glad we got the spotlight on it and State of Play, and glad we got at least a release window. But take your time, release this when it's ready. So yeah. And apparently there's a making of the video game documentary, which I can really appreciate. So check that out. And if you're a fan of Zelda or Castlevania, Mina the Hollower, it's going to be a banger. So this spring. The next game was a big surprise. Not one of my takeaways, but a pleasant surprise nonetheless. And Bob, did you play Neva?
No, I did not.
Sure it's called Neva because I played the game and that's how they pronounce it.
Yeah, no, I didn't. This is a little...
Yeah.
In the nicest way possible, it's a little too artsy for me.
Gotcha. Yeah. Nomada Studio, they made Grease, which is another really good game. I platinumed them both. Very small indie titles. And yeah, Neva apparently is getting prequel DLC that is releasing February 19th. So in 3 days. Am I going to play this? No, I have a game I'm playing. I have 2 games I'm playing, actually. And one big game coming up that I'm putting everything down for. So I don't know if I'm going to dive into this, but it's really cool to see a prequel for this awesome game. Neva's incredible. It's very artsy, like you said, and it really delves into nature and the well-being of animals and stuff like that. So yeah, it's about Alba and her young wolf cub. Yeah, DLC for Neva. I don't know if it. I don't think it's free, and I think it's not standalone. You have to have the game to get it, but I don't know of a price. It should have a PlayStation Store link. But yeah, it's going to be out in 3 days. So yeah, let's see if it has Neva.
Oh yeah, I wonder if it's on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, we'll see. Looking. I don't know if it's how much it might be free. I don't think it's free because it's linked with the game. But no, holy crap! It's so cheap. $3 across all platforms.
What?
Yeah, Neva Prologue DLC, $3. Probably going to be a nice little bite-sized little thing.
And
Oh, and
if you're
there's
interested,
physical
folks,
too.
yeah, and if you're interested, the base game is on sale for $10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can get this in the DLC for $13. Yeah, and there's a physical edition too. I might have to pick that up because I'm a whore for physical games, which is the superior way to play games. No, in all honesty, we had a watch party and we spent like 30 to 45 minutes just in front of my game collection talking about them. And that's one of the biggest reasons I like physical is because they're an art piece, they're a conversation piece. When people come, dude, you come over to my place all the time, we hang out, we end up like just standing in front of my game collection and reminiscing, right? It's great. And it's art. So that's why I love physical games. But there are downsides. Dragon Quest 7 got fucking delayed a week from Best Buy. I had to pick it up at GameStop. GameStop came in clutch. So, yeah, some downsides. Regardless, I love physical. Anyway, Neva DLC, February 19th, $3. Good on them. Go check it out. If you haven't played Neva, it's awesome. It's an awesome little indie art title. The next one looks cool. I don't think it's for me, but oh man, Yoka Shinobi Ops. This is from Shueisha Games, and they revealed a cooperative stealth game with an unexpected twist, an isometric camera. You infiltrate a Japanese castle town as one of four ninjas, each with unique abilities. So this game does look cool, and it releases 2027. This is our first 2027 release year. So this game looks awesome. I recently got off the heels of a Shinobi game, and it was a 2D side-scrolling action platformer. So that's more of my style. I don't know if this game's for me. How about you?
Maybe. I guess it's so far out.
Yeah.
I'll say this much: the initial reveal, should I say, and what I'm seeing, I'm definitely interested. This is hardcore Metal Gear. Is the best way I can describe these. But you like you said, isometric, the cooperative nature of it. This is a game that you do not want to just combat out in. So it's definitely not a mat game.
Right.
For sure, but I'm interested in this because you're talking about there's some good callbacks in here. It reminds me of what is it, Shinobi from way back in the day, and I'm okay with this. The online aspect has my that's the one wild card here. I'm like, I don't know how this cooperative is going to work out in an isometric view, because when you do multiplayer, an isometric camera is king, and this can get really wonky really fast. But I'm excited to see what they can do. So go away, go develop, and then we'll see you in 2027.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if it's for me, but I have my eye on it regardless. Man, this state of play was fucking packed. Like we haven't even gotten to like my game of the show, and I think that was like midway. So this, man, so many announcements. I think there were like 32 announcements, but this next one, I'm in. This is exciting. This looked fucking awesome. Depending on if they lean into the Muso style, how much they lean into it, I might be out. But dude, the moment they showed the protagonist, I was like, holy fuck, that's awesome. This is from the developer Crafton. and we didn't even get a title. This was Project Windless. This is a third-person action adventure, potentially an RPG, Muso style game, where you're a fucking rooster with dual blades. And this apparently this is a game adaptation of The Bird That Drinks Tears, a Korean novel about a rooster fighting off armies of zealots with its twin blades. And that's exactly what we fucking saw. It reminded me very much of Black Myth Wukong. It's Unreal Engine 5, you can tell. And dude, this looks great. Depending on how much they lean into the Muso style gameplay, I'm in. So this is far out. We don't even have a release date. Release date TBA, and we don't even have a name. So man, if they call it The Bird That Drinks Tears, that's fucking awesome.
That would be basic, dude. I'm in on this game.
Yeah.
Like, immediately was like, I want this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that rooster kind of like made me go, what the fuck is going on? And then they showed the combat and some of the action scenes, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to see any more.
Right.
I want this game, and I want to play it like right now, because that dude that character model, folks, go look it up. Project Windless. That character model looks like the chicken from Family Guy went on roids.
Yeah, and has a feudal Japan, or I guess in this case, Korea look to it. So very, very cool character model. I'm looking at it right now, and it's dude, this game looks awesome. It just looks super fun to play, and it's gonna have a crazy story apparently. So instead of a monkey, you're a chicken. Or a rooster, I should say.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Monkeys are out. So monkeys are so last year. Bringing the roosters.
Oh, man, Black Myth was so good. But yeah, I have a very close eye on this game. It has the saying, like, you had my attention. You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. So,
yes.
This game definitely has my attention. It is on my list. I haven't put it on my list because I don't know what it's called, and I'm not going to put project names on my list. The next time I see this game, I hope it has a title, maybe a release year. We'll see. Looks super cool, though. Check it out. Project Windless. It's going to be awesome. Next game, this was announced, I think, at the Game Awards.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And that is Star Wars Galactic Racer. Release date 2026 for all platforms except Switch, of course, because Switch can't handle it. And they debuted a second trailer for Star Wars Galactic Racer, showing off gameplay. And honestly, man, this looks cool, depending on when it releases. It looks like Star Wars Pod Racer meets Burnout.
Yes.
Crashes, when you crash, it like zooms in, makes everything slow motion. Looks great. It looks like there's like a story mode attached to it. I love Star Wars, love the IP, and I like racers. So if this hits all the boxes, I might be in. What I saw looked really cool. Did you like it?
Yeah, I like what I see. I'm not a big racing guy, so I don't know this. I can say this isn't necessarily for me, but this, from an objective standpoint, this game looks good. Like you said, you're hitting Pod Racer, that Star Wars Pod Racer game from back in the turn of the millennium, and combining it with Burnout. I'm like, okay, if you're a racing fan, an old school racing fan, this is going to sing to you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I loved the. It was on the 64 Star Wars Pod Racer. So yeah, and then we didn't really know if Pod Racers were part of it, but then at the end, shows my boy Sebulba.
Yeah,
his Pod Racer. So they're leaning into it. I think they know why we're there.
Glub Shitto.
Yep. And oh man, fuck, I don't even know the names, but the other Pod Racers. Dude, it's such weird names. I used to have the Lego set for the Pod Racers, so I like episode 1. The pod racing scene was great. Some interesting plot choices. Now this is pod racing. Yeah, the pod racing scene was awesome. So make a game out of it and make it for this generation. I'm in. I have my eye on this one.
Good, man. I definitely. I look forward to seeing what it looks like on a PS5 Pro on an OLED panel.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, really cool crash physics. So I'm I'm delighted with what we saw of it. So this next game, we already know it. We already know about it. We saw more of it. This game comes out May 27th. 007 First Light, one of my most anticipated games for this year. Super excited. It's a match made in heaven with the developer IOI or IO Interactive is making it, who made the Hitman series, and yeah, they're making a Bond game. Now, from what I saw with this trailer, they used the delay because this was originally coming out in March. They moved it to May, and the last trailer we saw was a little bit choppy. The frame rate was a uh, little hit or miss. But now this shit looks polished, and I think they use the time and the delay to polish it even further, and they have plenty of time to polish it more. So yeah, I'm beyond excited for this game. I can't wait. They showed more. I kind of went dark on it, but during these events, I'll watch it. It looks like 007 meets Uncharted, and I'm here for it. I couldn't be more excited for this game.
Do I need to say anything? Like, really,
right.
If we're being honest,
Yeah.
I will say the character model they got for Bond, because that was always something that I was concerned about. But there's something about the way whoever that mocap actor is, and he is doing really good. He's got a little. There's a certain X factor if you're going to beat Bond,
Yes.
and he has it. I'm okay with this. And then you throw Uncharted on top of it, and the high octane action with the spy mix that comes in with IO, with what quite frankly IO is good for. I'm okay. May 27th, push it back, polish it up, get out of the crowded fucking window that was March, because that's originally when it was supposed to be.
Exactly.
And guess what? I can buy this day one. There's not going to say there's nothing else, but the breathing room in May is there's a lot more.
Yes. Yeah, I'm there day one. When I was playing Uncharted, it has remnants of Tomb Raider. 4 has remnants of Bond. Like Nathan Drake is kind of a Bond-like character, right? So the marriage of that IP with that gameplay and that developer, we got a fucking hit on our hands, fellas, or ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, dude, I can't be more excited for this game. This next announcement I'll let you take, but I'm going to build up to it because these next few announcements are special. So it opens with a pan of just a city, and then they are walking down a corridor, and it emphasizes on PlayStation's third-party team. And we didn't know who they were talking about, and he's like, yeah, I'm head of the third-party Discovery Studios or whatever. I'm paraphrasing, and he's like, and we found a developer that, we've had our eye on, and that's Konami. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, don't you do this to me. Don't you do this to me. So PlayStation is very clearly partnering up with Konami on multiple titles that we're going to get into. And it's kind of a match made in heaven again, because Konami is sitting on 3 major IPs that they haven't really been doing anything with. And I think my theory is PlayStation went to Konami because of they have Kojima. Kojima is a second party studio for PlayStation. They published Death Stranding. And maybe Kojima was like, I want my baby back. So, and PlayStation's like, well, we might be able to help you. They went to, this is all theorized, okay? This is not canon, or this is not reported. This is not, it's just my theory. PlayStation went to Konami. They're like, hey, you have 3 IPs. We'd like to buy them because we can do something with them. Kojima wants fucking Metal Gear back. Just, you're not doing anything with them. And then Konami's like, you should probably do something with them. We're sitting on a lot of good IPs. And then PlayStation's like, well, we want to buy them. And they're like, nah. How about we partner? How about we partner with you? And then PlayStation's like, okay, we can do that. And they partnered with Konami to release these next few titles coming out, because this was in a state of play. And Konami has 3 titles they announced, or 2 main titles they announced. Or no, three main titles they announced from 3 of the biggest IPs. Let's get into it. Take it away, Bob, because I know this was your game of the show.
What? No, not at all. There'd be no reason.
I'm beyond excited for this because it's one of my favorites in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. There would be no reason after 20 fucking years that we finally get Metal Gear Solid 4 onto the proper next gen console.
Hell yeah.
We knew this was coming. We speculated because the Legacy Collection Volume 1, specifically called out as Volume 1, released last year. I bought it. Of course, I played the hell out of it. And now we've got Volume 2, which includes the Trapped in Time, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, as well as the criminally underrated Peace Walker, which was a PSP that eventually a game that got ported over to PS3. And I suspect this is the PS3 version for Peace Walker, which would make sense. And on top of that, they said, well, we're going to give you a nice little throwaway. And the Metal Gear Solid Volume 1 collection includes a high-res update that's free, and I believe the Volume 1 collection is on sale right now. So definitely would encourage folks to go check
It's
that
on my
out.
wish list. I need to grab it. I own all of them, the 1 through 3, so on PS2, or well, PS1 and PS2. So I do want to grab them digitally, though. I was just waiting for them to go on sale.
I think the first one is. I believe I saw that. Definitely go, dude. I'm so excited for this. Beyond excited, especially because I believe it was coming like March. I got to go double check the actual specific date. But both of these games are. Oh, I'm sorry. 8/27. So
Yes, August 27th.
August 27th, which
For
kind of
all
sucks.
platforms.
All platforms. Please, just all you get. This is all I wanted with Metal Gear Solid. I don't need remakes. Like, I appreciate Delta. I love Delta. It was in my top 3 games last year. But I just need them all to be able to be played on a modern console. And this is finally unifying them outside of like Acid and a few other weird things that we really try to avoid talking about. But I'm going to be playing Metal Gear Solid 4 this fall. Probably when everybody's playing GTA, I'm going to be playing Guns of the Patriots.
Along with me, for sure. I played MGS4 as soon as it released, PS3. It's been stuck on PS3. I wasn't kidding when I was like, let's play it parallel. And when we get to the actual cutscene, let's just watch it as a movie together. There's like an hour and a half cutscene in that fucking game. The game is incredible. It's the third Solid Snake game. And dude, play it. It's amazing. I played it on PS3 on release, and I can't wait to play it. It has trophies on it now with the collection, so I can't wait. Did they separate the trophy lists out in the collections, or is it all one big list?
I think they were separated out.
Yeah.
Let me. You know what? Actually, I can definitely go check out that while you are talking about the next one, because the next one I'm kind of curious about. I'll send it over to you, but it has my attention. Let's leave it like that.
It has my attention as well. They first off, when they announced the Konami partnership, I guess they were like, in this next game, it was just like Metal Gear Solid, and we all were like, ah! And so when they announced it, we were all super excited. So and then they said that's not the only thing for Metal Gear Solid. And then they said that some content for Darwin's Paradox is coming, that you can like go in a box, and Metal Gear Solid-esque. Darwin's Paradox looks interesting. It's a puzzle platformer that follows the misadventures of a young octopus after a mysterious force thrusts him out of the ocean and onto the streets. This game looks cool. The animations are awesome. It has a lot of character to it. I might check out the demo. It's kind of cool. I like what they're going for. But yeah, that was on the heels of the MGS Master Collection Volume 2. And Darwin's Paradox has a release date of April 2nd for all platforms. What you got?
And to answer your question, so the collections do separate them out. Each game has its own platinum.
Oh, yeah, that's how you do it, baby.
Just know, though, if you go
I know.
The OGs, they're fucking... I don't even have the Metal Gear Solid, like the OG one out of there, because it's rough. It's old school difficulty.
Yep. I would love to see them maybe in Volume 3 port Twin Snakes, honestly. but I think Nintendo has the rights to that. So, well, yeah, that's my favorite version of Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, 4, that ending. Woo! If you're a fan of Metal Gear, I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots is peak. So
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely I want to check out Darwin's.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of Abe's Odyssey in this game.
Yes. Yeah. I could see that. It looks cool. I have my eye on it. Might check out the demo, but when, right?
When? But I know this next one's for you.
Okay. All right. This was my game of the show. I teared up watching the trailer for this. It's one of my favorite IPs of all time. And when they showed that they were partnering with Konami, like my heart fluttered, and I was like, "Is it? Are they gonna do it?" And after this Darwin's trailer, they put up 40th anniversary of Castlevania. I lost my shit. And then they showed the trailer, and holy shit, it's like cell shaded 2.5D with 3D assets. And we're getting a new Castlevania game, Castlevania Belmont's Curse. And partly through the trailer, they bring up Trevor Belmont, which is huge. And there are theories, so it's been confirmed, female protagonist. There are theories that this is Trevor Belmont's and Silpha Bellonatis, their child. Theories, not confirmed. But yeah. And when they showed this trailer and Evil Empire and Motion Twin came up, I also lost my shit because this is also a match made in heaven with the IP and the developer. Motion Twin, of course, made the phenomenal Dead Cells, which is a pixel art 2.5D side-scrolling Metroidvania roguelike. And they did a Castlevania DLC for this game. I played a little bit of it. It's just I haven't got around to it. It's not a Castlevania game, but they know the IP. I think this is going to be a fucking banger, dude. And this was my game of the show. Castlevania's back, baby. And something they didn't announce during the show, but announced after with like a little press release. I'm just going to read it. It's the Castlevania 40th message. And Konami says, the doors of Castlevania open once more. This year marks the 40th anniversary since the original Dracula first saw the light of day. In the commemorative year, Castlevania will be revived. First up is this title, Castlevania Belmont's Curse. We couldn't think in other studios to work together rather than Evil Empire and Motion Twin. Studios brimming with talent and passion to deliver a new exploration-based 2D action game that captures the essence of Castlevania while bringing fresh innovation. This is the beginning of numerous new products around Castlevania. Look forward to the return of the magnificent nightmare lurking in the darkness. Holy shit. This is one of many Castlevania games we're about to get. Maybe a Lords of Shadow-esque 3D action platform, but this is how you revive Castlevania. Give us what we want. 2.5D Metroidvania. Literally, Castlevania is the second game in the Metroidvania formula. Oh, dude, Castlevania's back, baby. I teared up during this announcement. I thought it was dead under Konami, but I think PlayStation helped revive it. And dude, Castlevania Belmont's Curse, release year 2026 too. This year. We'll see if they hit it, but I'm hopeful, and I think Motion Twin is going to knock it out of the park. It's a match made in heaven. Just like IO Interactive and Bond, Motion Twin and Castlevania just makes sense. Dude.
I agree. Dead Cells fucking rules, dude. It's hard, but it's good. The tease of additional Castlevania projects. I know this isn't going to be popular, but this is the jump point, and this is the opportunity to turn Castlevania back into the 3D and do it properly this time.
Yeah, I love Lords of Shadow. Lords of Shadow was great. We don't talk about Lords of Shadow 2, but maybe they can make an actual Lords of Shadow 2 and just forget about the other one.
Yeah, right. So maybe it was not good. Yeah.
But Lords of Shadow has an incredible twist at the end that just it's like, oh shit. And it basically explains every Castlevania going forward. So that's still stuck on the PS3. One of those stuck on the PS3, but we'll see. Maybe they'll make a remaster. I would love that. Just a remaster of Lords of Shadow. Oh,
Ooh, that would be good. I'm
yeah,
just
that'd
I'm
be
glad
awesome.
Konami's back, man. Capcom last
Yes.
at the VGAs or TGAs, should I say, or the Video Game Awards, however you want to
Mhm.
pronounce it. And now Konami coming out at a state of play. Please keep
Dude.
this up. Square,
Yes.
take notes. Square Enix.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yeah, they were glaringly obvious from the state of play. No Square news, but I'm sure they'll be at the next one, maybe even Summer Game Fest. But yeah, to wrap up the Castlevania stuff is it's a new 2.5D Castlevania set 23 years after Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. So
Oh.
they're kind of lining it up with the TV series from Netflix. By the way, if you haven't seen the TV, it's one of the best video game adaptations out there, honestly. So it follows Trevor Belmont, and there's 4 seasons of that. Then Nocturne follows Richter, which is further in the future. It follows Rondo of Blood, and I think they're going into Symphony of the Night, but we'll see. But yeah, dude, oh my god, give me it. I want it. This is a day one pre-order, maybe even the ultimate collector's edition, depending on what's in it. Castlevania's back, baby. I couldn't be more happier. This was a huge surprise that I am thrilled about. Game of the show for sure. Kano was a close second. So the next IP that Konami has been toying around with, maybe given it to Bloober Team, but now they're making their own game, Silent Hill Townfall. They showed some gameplay, first person. This looks great. Looks scary. Looks like your typical survival horror from Silent Hill. We got a release year, 2026. It's for PlayStation 5 and PC only. So this is what makes me think like PlayStation's in bed with Konami more than you think, because this is kind of an exclusive to PS5. So we'll see. What'd you think of this trailer? I honestly, I I didn't, I couldn't pay attention to this trailer because I was just fucking just appalled by what I had just seen from Castlevania. Like I've been waiting 20 years for a new fucking Castlevania game. We got a little taste with Bloodstained, and we got a little taste with the ports from the DS games with the Castlevania Dominus collection, which is fantastic, by the way. I platinumed all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I platinumed the Dominus collection, but man, yeah, I couldn't pay attention to this trailer. I'm sure it's going to be great. And first person Silent Hill, what'd you think?
I like it. And I like what I saw. It's well priced. It was announced this is a $40 game, I think.
Okay, cool.
So I'm okay with that. Being developed by Annapurna Interactive, which made some games that are not for me, but still amazing games like What Remains of Edith Finch, Stray, which was a top tier game. So they know what they're doing. They've got some clout underneath them. I'm okay with this. I think there's some themes in there if you look closely and pay attention that makes sense for a Silent Hill game, and it's about time they lean into them. So I'm okay with this. I'm kind of all full up on survival horror games because I still need to go back to Chronos. We've got Resident Evil around the corner. I'm kind of full. Plus, I still have Silent Hill F. But if you're a Silent Hill fan, definitely check this out.
Yeah, it looks cool, and I hope they knock it out of the park. I have my eye on it for sure. I still need to play Silent Hill F though, so yeah, I'll probably play that first. The next one was concerning at first, but then they alleviated my fears because it did look like a gotcha anime slop game. But apparently it's not. Apparently it's a single player JRPG, like standalone title. That's not like a gotcha game or a live service game or anything like that. And this was the last thing Konami announced. I was like so confused because it looks like a Tales game. I'm all in on this. I'm very excited for this. It's called Rev Noir, and Konami's making it. And they say it's a RPG to cultivate the heartfelt moments that define JRPGs. So from what I saw, I thought we were past Konami and they were announcing the new Tales game because that's what it looked like. It's an incredible cell shaded JRPG action based combat that looks really cool. And release TBA. This is far in the making, probably maybe a 2027 game, but uh, and this is only PlayStation 5. This is confirmed only PlayStation 5.
Oh wow, really?
Another exclusive, which things are pointing, man, that PlayStation is in bed with Konami, and I couldn't be happier. Konami and Square, they're sitting on some of my favorite IPs. PlayStation partner up with them, awesome. Couldn't be happier about it. But this game looks really cool. It surprised me. I thought it was going to be a gotcha game, so I was like, but then they announced, oh no, it's a core JRPG, and I was like, oh shit, okay, cool, I'm in. So this is on my list. I have a very close eye on this game. What'd you think of it?
I'm all for this, dude. This game is said it. It's Tales meets Mana, the Mana series.
And a little bit of Scarlet Nexus in there.
Yeah, a little bit, and I'm all good for this game, man. This is a Japanese anime slop RPG, but it doesn't have the gotcha mechanics. Where do I sign up? Like, can I get in a beta test? I want this game. This was in my. I'm trying not to think about it too much because it just says it's in development. Right. But if this had a date or even a window, I'd be all. This would be in that top echelon of the reveals. I love what this looks like, especially coming from Konami, who's not necessarily known for being for going down this realm.
Right. Exactly. So new IP, new genre for the developer, and looks great from what we saw. By the way, you can watch all these trailers, all these announcements. YouTube or Game Informer. Game Informer has a amazing list and write up. Shout out to them. It's kind of what we're going off of. So check it out. So next game, super excited for by Saber Interactive. We knew about this game, but we hadn't seen it. It started with a CG presentation, but then eventually showed us gameplay. And our boy Keanu Reeves is back in the game space as John Wick. And it looks like a Sifu style combat John Wick game from Saber Interactive. Yes, fucking please, Bob. This game looks awesome.
This is a Bob and Matt ass game right here.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of John Wick. Watched all the movies. Love all the movies. Honestly, 3 has one of the best scenes. I won't spoil it, but dude, and the 3 has like a video game-esque scene in it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. So this is not the first John Wick game. This is a second. We got John Wick Hex, which is a top-down isometric shooter. I don't know how well it did, and I didn't check it out. But this game looks cinematic, third person, and the combat looks crazy. And our boy Keanu's in it too. So I'm all in on this game. Release date is to be announced, and it's coming out for everything except Switch, because Switch can't handle it.
Yeah, Switch can't handle this awesomeness. That's all I'm going to say. Come on now, I'm in on this one. Send me. I love the because we're getting the recap from where we're getting the recap. The caption for this just says, I hope they just call it John Wick the game.
Yeah, and that's it. Fucking great. And shout out to Burrito Supreme. As he saw the building and he's like, that's Continental. This is a John Wick game. And I'm like, oh shit, you're right. So he called this real early. But yeah. And then like they were tailoring his suit and they showed his guns. Oh, just an incredible trailer. I'm glad they didn't just show CG and they showed some gameplay in engine, I assume, to see how it was going to play. And he also was like, I hope it's just Sifu gameplay. And it literally was. So,
yep,
dude, I have high hopes for this game. And this was a huge announcement. And I love to see this. And I love to see the IP and in the spotlight in video games. So I think it's a match made in heaven. Next thing we got was a new Marathon trailer. This game's looking great. I think Bungie kind of turned it around, and this game is dripping with style. It's going to have incredible gunplay and gameplay, and I think they might be able to break into the extraction space. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to play it, especially March 5th, another March game. But we have friends of the show that are going to play it, and I'll tune in. I'll check it out. Bungie, awesome developer, loved Destiny, put 3,000 hours into Destiny, and it looks like the same gunplay from Destiny and Halo. And I mean, Bungie knocks it out of the park with gunplay. Are you going to be picking this up? It's $40, and it comes out March 5th.
I can't. I can't justify it.
Yeah.
You're in a crowded window. I know it's going to be amazing, but
Yep.
at $40, I would have to dedicate the time to it, and I
Mhm.
can't justify that right now. But
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Marathon. Bungie did do turn the ship. We'll know in a couple of weeks, but I think they really did turn the ship. That when Marathon was first shown, and then you dealt with the art controversy and all of that, they had an uphill battle. And Arc Raiders probably helped. The
Mhm.
success of Arc Raiders really helped build the runway for them.
Mhm.
So I think we're gonna actually see a hit, and I just hope it sticks around for a while. I want
Me too.
Sony to be successful in the live service department, and if anybody's gonna be able to do that in the crowded space of shooters of the live service, it's going to be Bungie.
Me too. And this is what you do. You bring out. I mean, it is a existing IP, but I mean, we're talking back on the Apple II, back in the day, right? Like 30 fucking years ago,
It's
almost
not your
40 now.
Yes, this isn't your grandpa's marathon, okay?
Right. Yeah, exactly. But this is how you get into the games as a service space, and this is the reason they bought Bungie. And I really hope Bungie pulls through for them and makes them some money and makes it a good purchase on their end. So I'm rooting for Marathon. Not my type of game either. I'm not going to get it, but I wish it success, and I hope it's great. I really do. And I'm excited for those who are excited for it. And it looks, dude, the art style looks awesome. So I have no doubt it's going to be a great game. The gunplay is going to be amazing. And yeah, I'm rooting for Bungie. So yeah. The next announcement was we're getting new PlayStation Plus games for the month of March. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is coming to PlayStation Plus, which is awesome. That's a great game. And now you get it for free. And now I get it digital because I have it physical. See what I did there? See why I have it
Yeah.
physical? Because they eventually come to PlayStation Plus. You don't get it free. It's included with the subscription. You're still paying for the subscription, but it's included for the subscription. You also get Tekken Dark Resurrection and a nice little surprise Time Crisis, the original Time Crisis. Remember Arcade? You go in, got the light gun. And then the cool thing is they're incorporating the gyro sensor and the dual sense for movement controls like the light gun, which I'm very curious to see how that'll work, how well that'll work. Maybe an online co-op game we can stream. I fucking love Time Crisis, but I never played it on a
Absolutely.
console. I played it in arcades. So yeah,
Oh, you didn't?
uh,
You only ever played it in the arcades?
yeah, I didn't play it on console.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's good on console, dude.
Mhm.
I kind of want to check it out. It's gonna be there, so
Yeah.
play around for an hour, drink or two, drink some beers with some friends, and play some old school arcade shooter. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And these are coming out February 17th, so shortly after this goes live. Which hopefully this goes live later today. I'm gonna try. Uh, so yeah, the classics catalog is expanding with Tekken and Time Crisis, and then you get Marvel Spider-Man 2 included. Another free game you get with PlayStation Plus. The studio behind Untitled Goose Game, Big Walk by House. uh Not my kind of game. Looks cool though, and it just not my kind of. I don't even know what this game is. The characters look like they have dicks on their faces.
This is
So
this is a cooperative comedic hiking adventure. Yeah,
yeah,
try that.
totally a streaming game for sure. Kind of like Baby Steps, and I hope it does well. And
I
it's
think
included with your subscription.
Yep, I think that's what they're going for because House made Untitled Goose Game got big because of streamers. So I think that's what they're going for, and that's okay. I'm not going to play it, but there is an audience for it, and I
Oh,
hope they
absolutely a market. Yeah.
and I hope that audience finds this game.
Yep. Yep. I'm not gonna play it, but you know what? I am gonna play. Maybe day one, depending. First party PlayStation Studios Housemark, they're back with a returnal spiritual successor called Saros, releasing April 30th, right around the corner. PlayStation 5 exclusive. We got a new trailer, and we got some story. We got a lot of gameplay. Looks exactly like why I'm here for this game. It looks a lot like Returnal with new setting, new enemies, new protagonist. And I am very excited for this game. I don't really need to see any more. I don't want to see any more. Have it pre-ordered. This is potentially a day one game for me. Huge fan of Returnal. Huge fan of Housemark. I've been with them since the fucking uh, Alienation days and Dead Nation days, and then Resogun, Nex Machina, Matterfall, all good games. And then they kind of broke into the AAA narrative-driven storytelling space with Returnal, and they're continuing that with Saros. Fuck yeah, I'm all in. Give me more.
Yep, this is already pre-ordered. I'm just waiting for it to be available to go pick up. Yeah, I'm all for this one, man. Resogun, that game is. Housemark makes some hard ass games.
Yeah, they do.
I'll say it that way, and I'm glad to see they're learning from. I don't want to say the shortcomings, but the way they could have improved a little bit inside of Returnal. It looks like they, from a gameplay perspective, it looks like they learned their lessons and have taken them to heart. I'm all for this. This is a day one for me. There's no doubt about it. I'm here.
Yep, and they showed new gameplay mechanics, which very Hades inspired, which makes me excited. So a lot more rogue-like elements to it. And I think they're going to nail it. I think they're going to hit it out of the park. I think we're seeing easy 80s game. So game in the 80s. I think it's going to be great. And the black hole concept and the sun dying, super fucking cool. Because it's going to mess with time. And that's how you get the roguelite elements. So I couldn't be more excited for this game. Love it. One of my most anticipated for this year. So the trailer highlights the survivors of Echelon 4 alongside permanent progression systems and challenge modifiers. A lot of what Hades brought. So very, very excited for that game. The next one, excited for, not going to play it. It's not my style of game, but this game looks awesome and the animations are flawless. This is Marvel Tokon, Fighting Souls. We got 4 new characters. So they showed Storm, Wolverine, and Magic, and another one that I don't know the name of because I'm not huge into the Marvel comic stuff. So, yeah. She has a drill arm. She has a drill on her hand. So, but we got a release date too. Another August release date, August 6th. So this is 2 days after Beast of Reincarnation. I'm going to be all in on Beast of Reincarnation. I won't have time for more Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. But I hope this hits for PlayStation, especially with their foray into the esports stuff and the fighting games focus. I hope they have a hit on their hands, and I think they do. This game looks really cool. Very, very Marvel vs. Capcom coded.
Yeah, I very much, because when we saw this trailer originally, this was last year, I thought it was a Marvel versus Capcom game. That other character, I think her name is Danger. By the way. Yep. Yeah. I want to play this. We'll see where I'm at come to it. I'm not a big fighter guy, but if I can get enough people to play with me, I might go with it. But at the end of the day,
2 people that are playing it that are fans of the show and friends.
Okay,
you're gonna have people. So,
all right.
Yeah, Bo and Caleb are all over this
because this game looks gorgeous.
It looks so cel shaded. Yeah.
Oh, and I know it's gonna control like a dream. So I'm definitely it has my attention. Let's leave it like that.
Definitely. I won't get it. I'll watch it. It looks like a cool game to watch. I'm not too big into the 2D fighting space. Love Marvel. But yeah, and Marvel's very prominent now because of Rivals. Rivals is a hit success in the arena shooter space. So yeah, 4 new members. I think a total of 20 are going to be in the final game, right?
Yeah, 20 fighters.
Yeah. So, and we've seen 8. So the new ones: Storm, Wolverine, Magic, and Danger. Interesting. So
all I want to know is I'll tell you this much: if they finally bring out my boy Gambit, I'll be in.
Oh yeah, yeah, true. That would be a really good character because we have 12 unknown characters, which I'm sure they're going to maybe Summer Game Fest, maybe another state of play, drip feed us like maybe 4 more, and then another 4 more, and then have the final roster before the game's out. So I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls release date August 6th, PlayStation 5 and PC only. So PlayStation's a big push for the 2D fighting space. This next announcement, holy shit, dude! This was one of my 5 takeaways of the show. These next 2 were 2 of the 5 takeaways of the show. We have Kana, we had Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 with MGS4, and then we had Castlevania. These next 2 were the other 2 of my 5. So, PlayStation Studios logo comes up, and then you hear you hear that God of War music. Sony Santa Monica comes up. You're like, oh hell yeah, baby, let's go. But what we got, no one could have predicted. You see the Roman numeral 1 with the Omega symbol from the original God of War. Then you're like, oh shit, okay, cool, a remaster or something. But then the Roman numeral 2 comes in, and you're like, oh, wait a second, what? And then the Roman numeral 3 comes in, and you're like, oh, okay, a remaster, that's cool. And then they show God of War, and then they put trilogy, and you're like, all right, cool, like a remaster, we're finally getting them. Nope. Then remake comes up. Oh, what? Everyone loses their shit. I think I rolled on the floor for this one, if I remember correctly. I am a huge God of War fan. God of War 3 is my favorite of the series, and I am more of a fan of the original trilogy than I am of the Norse trilogy. Norse trilogy is phenomenal. It's like choosing your favorite kid, right?
Yep.
Or choosing the best steak at a restaurant. They're both sagas are amazing, but the original God of War trilogy, where you see Kratos young and angry and vengeful, is my favorite. And holy shit, they are remaking, not a remaster, not a fresh coat of paint, remaking. So everyone's wondering, are they going to do the behind the shoulder third person like the Norse trilogy does, or are they going to do the almost top down isometric angled camera like they do in the original trilogy? I think they got to do the original trilogy's camera for a lot of those fight scenes, but it's going to be polished. It's going to run 4K 60. Oh, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I'm so glad.
Yes, and you hit it perfectly. Do not remake these and put the modern day third person over the shoulder perspective into these. That is not what the Greek trilogy is about. That exactly. The Greek trilogy is some of those set pieces and the way the fighting. Do not, just please don't. I'll be honest. If Santa Monica does that, I will not buy this remake trilogy.
Dang, I'll buy it regardless. But I really hope when they show it, they do a third person behind the back and then they pan out. That would be so good. Because everyone would be like, no, oh shit, yeah. Because, dude, the Hydra fight in 1. Oh.
Exactly. There's a reason that we do that. They were that way. I mean, from a technical standpoint, but also from a presentation. I'm saying it right now. If they do that and just rehash that third person over the shoulder, I'm out. Hard out. Yeah. I'm telling you right now.
If you haven't played these games, the best place to play them right now is PlayStation 4. There's a trilogy remaster. That's why I was like, wait, we're remastering it again? But I wouldn't have put it past them because they've remastered fucking Last of Us like 5 fucking times. But the fact that we're getting a remake, this means they're remaking it from the ground up. And hopefully we get that third person panned out camera angle. If you haven't played these games, what are you doing? First off, they're amazing. They're masterpieces. And you can play them on PS4 on the Trilogy Remaster. And there are also 3 other games that are pretty good. Not the main game's good, but you got Ascension, you got Ghost of Sparta, you got Chains of Olympus. Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus are on the PS Vita or PSP, I forget, one of the handhelds, and then Ascension was on PS3. So those are also, I think you can play Chains and Ghost on PS4. There's a collection. I don't know. I have them all. I fucking love God of War. I played it day one.
Did you see some of the comments that are coming from the? I'm sorry, I just had to go. I was watching the video. Did you read some of the comments from there?
No, on the God of War trilogy remake.
Yeah.
What?
Remember, no censorship.
Yes, a lot of cool sex scenes in the God of War games where you literally are hitting circle to pound the chicks. Please leave that in there, okay? Kratos is a man whore, and he gets with all the chicks and all the goddesses. Like in 3, fuck Aphrodite. Like keep it in there, please.
That's going to be so interesting to see what they do, man. I'm curious. I hope they don't.
It's rated M for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. T.C. Carson, the original voice actor for Kratos in the original trilogy, came up and he was like, hey, we're making this. Dude, that dude is like dripping with character. He was awesome. He's like a Jeff Goldblum. And he said it's in early development, so don't expect to hear more anytime soon. I'd say we're looking at... what I'm unclear about is if they're remaking the trilogy and releasing it as one game or remaking each one and releasing it. So it sounds like they're remaking the trilogy as one game, as one full game. But I don't know how they're going to do it. I think this is 2029, 2030. Maybe even for PS6.
I'm thinking that's probably the case.
Well, it says it's for PS5. So
maybe they get through it quicker than we thought, or they're further along and they're just kind of playing coy with us. Who knows? It could be any number of things. It could be a cross-generational thing for all we know.
Yeah. I'll get it on PS6. I'll get it on the latest and greatest. I am super excited for this. I'm not holding my breath for anything anytime soon, though. I let them cook. This wasn't the only God of War thing we got. We thought this closed the show, but nope. TC Carson was like, hey, we had to give you one more thing, and it's a passion project from Sony Santa Monica Studios, partnered with what the fuck is it? What's the developer? Mega Cat Studios. And he said he was like, he did the go voice in Kratos. I love that. But yeah, this was the thing that was rumored that I actually talked about on episode 40 and was like, maybe we see that. And we did. God of War Sons of Sparta was announced. And Sony Santa Monica partnered with Mega Cat Studios to bring a pixel art God of War prequel game where you play as Kratos and Deimos when they're kids, as young Spartans. So, huge surprise, and even more of a surprise, it shadow dropped. And I have actually been playing it, and I'm 16 hours in. So I've been doing some work on it. So I will save my whole thoughts for episode 41 in the what we're playing. And first off, I love to see this. I love to see a AAA studio partnering with an indie studio to make a pixel art game. Not only a pixel art game, it's a pixel art Metroidvania with the God of War IP. I think it's fucking awesome. I think it's dude, put Pixel out prominent out there and put it in the spotlight. So, yeah, they announced this and they had it and they were like available 2026. And then both kids, Kratos and Deimos, came in and with their spears and crushed 2026 and then replaced it with today. I think this is how you close out a show. It was awesome. A shadow drop. Is the game good? Yes, it is. It's good. Is it great? And I'll give my more in-depth thoughts in episode 41. They didn't nail it, but there's a good game here, and it's a little unbalanced. So I like what they're doing. I like where their head's at. I like the direction. They could have executed it a little better. And the Metroidvania elements are awesome. So, yeah, I'll give my final thoughts. I'm going to play more, I think, after this. I like it. It's enjoyable. It's so unbalanced, though. So, really cool surprise of the show. And unfortunately, on Open Critic, it is sitting at a 75 right now. Still, that means it's a good game, not a great game, though. And I would agree with that score. So, it's not going to hit your God of War scores, but it's still a good game. If you're a Metroidvania fan, you'll like it. It's brutal. So I'm playing on fucking normal. I was even thinking about cranking it to hard because God of War games are usually like they're challenging, but they're not like fucking Hollow Knight or Dead Cells challenging. This is Hollow Knight and Dead Cells challenging, even on normal. So, and it's not even a challenge from like a fair challenge. It's an unfair challenge. And I think they're going to patch it and balance it. But regardless, what a way to close out an incredible show. Shadow dropping a game, a God of War game, and it's a prequel to like the original God of War. And yes, Kratos is in it. Kratos is in it. Not playable. Young Kratos is in it, but Kratos is in it. So, yeah, dude, best fucking state of play we've gotten in a while. Holy shit. I'm so glad we had a watch party. That's why we're doing a Sunday recording for you all, hot off the presses. And yeah, so grades, what would you grade this show with a letter grade? E to S.
I've been sitting on this for a while. I've been trying to think about how I would grade this.
And your takeaways.
I think I would give this an A. Mostly because I think there was some good partnership with Konami, but Konami kind of like they did some heavy lifting. If I'm going to be honest, from my takeaway on this, so because of that, I'm like, all right, Sony, where's the actual other first party stuff that we already know Saros is coming. We have a release date. All right. What else do we got? Control. Give us a release date. Oh, wait, we didn't get a release date. Oh, we didn't get shit other than another trailer. So some of those are like, yay, it's nice, but we already knew about that, right? But I gotta say the two. So I'll give you three big takeaways. One, it looks like Sony's willing to work with other people now, work with other parties a little bit more, and that's good because PlayStation built the bones of the PlayStation itself. And the library is built off a third party, and we need that support. So I'm glad to see this is there. So that's the first thing I'll say. Number two, Konami is back, baby. I can't. That's all I can say beyond that. Konami is back. Not only did they come out and say, hey, we're kind of slowly drip feeding some things like Capcom's been doing, where they're like, all right, now we're interested in Resident Evil. Now we're interested in this. Here, Konami just said, nah, fuck it. We're going to go back to the game space.
Just whip the dick on the table.
Right there. Boom. Here.
All the IPs prominent. Boom.
Yep.
And a new one.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess lastly, you know what? I got to address the elephant in the room. You touched on it. You're playing it right now. And that's the Sons of Sparta. I had to sit on this and look at the trailer for a while because it was such a hype moment, right? Like you just got the God of War Greek, the Greek trilogy remake announcement, and then hey, here's this, and then we're in a shadow drop. It's so fast paced. I can kind of see where you're coming from on the score. It's different, it's new, but there was something about the trailer that I was like, from a Metroidvania, like you have to have controls, and something about it seemed clunky and a little bit slower. So maybe that's, you know what, cool, awesome. Kudos on you for making the attempt. Give us something different. I love that. But I think this is my big takeaway from it. I think the shadow drop was intentional for that reason. Build up hype, get people excited, get them bought in, and then hopefully you can help people talk good about it because they knew it wasn't a perfect game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's not going to be for everyone, though. And the pixel art is gorgeous. They really nailed the animation and the pixel art, and
Yes,
really
I
hard
like.
bosses though.
Yeah, I like that animation style. 100%. That pixel art looks beautiful.
Yeah, and it's beefy too. For $30, I think I'm 16 hours in, and it says I'm 30%. So
What the fuck?
good game. I think that's 100% of the game though. And dude, this game has so many collectibles. I'll talk more about it on the next cast. But yeah. So A grade, and those were your takeaways. Okay. I would agree. A. And it would have an A plus if Sons of Sparta was a little better, honestly. And we got like one more first party announcement. But dude, I mean, I got to give them credit. I think they are finally getting it and understanding what players want. And if this is the start of state of plays on this caliber, I am here for it, man. Because this was a phenomenal show. I think there's only ever one other state of play that I gave an A grade to, and yeah, this was one of their best, man. My takeaways were obviously the Konami stuff, right? Castlevania, just a huge fucking surprise. Came out of nowhere. Wasn't really rumored. I mean, there were whispers of Konami doing something with Castlevania, but to see them prominent as a third party spotlight and bringing their top 3 heavy hitting IPs and introducing a new game with a new IP, awesome, amazing. Konami is back, like you said. I couldn't be more thrilled. They are in charge of some of my favorite IPs of all time: Metal Gear Solid, Castlevania, and well, I mean Silent Hill. But it's not like I like Silent Hill, but Resident Evil is, you have Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Resident Evil's my boy. But yeah, and then dude, to open it up with Kana, huge surprise. Just right out the gate. I am a huge fan of Kana, bigger than most actually, and I enjoyed it more than most did. And I have the whole time I was playing, I was like, man, if they ever make a sequel and they can like learn from their mistakes in this one and they can like knock it out of the park, I think it's going to be special. And from what we saw, I think we got a very special game on our hands. Kana Bridge of Spirits was my game of the year, and I'm thrilled that we're getting a sequel. So, and the other big takeaway, God of War trilogy remake, incredible. Big fan of the Greek trilogy, and love to see that Santa Monica is going back and remaking from the ground up God of War. So those are my big takeaways. Easily an A, almost an A plus, honestly. Yeah, incredible state of play, and we wouldn't have done a episode this early if it wasn't for how good that show was. So they got a fucking high bar now. Anything that follows this is gonna be have a watchful eye on it, because holy shit, man, this is a high bar. So
yeah,
but apparently we still haven't seen Sony Santa Monica's like actual next game, because the God of War trilogy is not being heralded by Cory Barlog. He's working on their supposedly new IP, which could be announced anytime this year. So we got more to see on Intergalactic. We got more to see from Sony Santa Monica, their new first party IP they're working on. We got maybe an Uncharted game in the works, because that Cassie Drake tease, who knows?
yeah.
Who knows?
And it's not first party, but where the fuck is Judas?
Right. Dude, what if Judas was in this fucking state of play? Holy shit. Like,
I would have been broke. Let's leave it like that.
Right. This is how you do a state of play. This is how you do it. You show first party stuff, you show third party stuff, you show a lot of gameplay, you go into the back end of how it's developed, talk to developers, and yeah, the format of this was awesome, and there was something for everyone, right? I think there were like 32 games. There was absolutely zero gotcha anime slop. There was absolutely zero, from what we know of so far, free to play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was a show for us, and I loved it. I couldn't be more thrilled about it, and they knocked it out of the park. So almost A plus. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. We just spoiled all of it for you. So if you want to watch the trailers, go watch the trailers. Game Informer has an awesome write up. Everything's in order, but yeah, go watch the event. It was like an hour and 14 minutes. One of the longest state of plays ever, I think. So I think it's indicative of what the quality of state of play we're getting by the length of it. Giggity.
Damn it. He beat me to it.
Yep. So yeah, final thoughts.
Keep it up, Sony. And then let's see. We'll talk about it on the next update, but folks, let's just say thanks to the state of play, the draft was a slaughter this weekend.
Yep. I grabbed what I wanted. I got beat out by another one I wanted, but yeah, Caleb will be on, I think, in a couple episodes to give you an update on that. And holy shit, it was a bloodbath, and people spent a lot of fucking money. Fake money, of course, fake money. Yeah. I'm going to be spending a lot of real money on all these games coming out.
Yeah, that's exactly it right there. Yeah. Oh, but no, man, I'm just glad we got this in, and glad to talk about it. I'm excited for this. Just makes me excited for 2026 so much. 2025 was a banger of a year, and somehow 2026 is like hold my beer.
Yeah, 2026 is shaping up beautifully, and yeah, I updated my list of games with all the release dates, and it's shaping up well. There's some that are overlapping, especially May and March, that I'll have to just make decisions, but we'll see. It's a good problem to have too many games to play.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. So yeah, if you watch the event, tell us what you thought of it on Discord. And let us know your thoughts. Let us know your takeaways, what you were excited for. There's already been some chatter in Discord from the event. And all the reaction videos I've watched and all the stuff I've read, everyone thought this was an amazing show. And all the polls out there, everyone's giving it an A. So pretty consistent thoughts across the board, across the internet, if you will, that this was an incredible show, one of PlayStation's best. So yeah, thanks so much for listening to this bonus episode. We're always keeping the conversation going, especially with PlayStation news and state of plays. And we will be here to report on all of the other events that we have in 2026, because I'm sure this is just kicking it off. And this might be the best one of the year. So, yeah.
100%.
Yep. So thanks so much for listening. Keep the conversation going. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever it is.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming and, most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.